Hello, so we are now in Barcelona during Avalanche Summit, and we are here with Ciara Sun, who is partner at C Squared Ventures, and as well she's former head of listings and blockchain investments at Huobi Global exchange. Nice to meet you here, Ciara.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
So, can you tell us about your journey? How did you get into crypto? Which year was it?
Yeah, 20. I started to invest in 2017 and joined crypto full time in 2018. Yeah.
And how did you discover Bitcoin? Through friends, or did you see something in the internet?
Yeah, through college friends, and I was doing management consulting with BCG in New York, serving financial services office clients. So I was in the traditional finance space, and it's New York where consensus is happening every year, and we see a lot of Asia investors and builders will go to New York for the conferences. So I kind of see myself as a bridge between the West market and East market. So I feel like I can add a lot of value into blockchain, the industry. So I just decided to join full time, and I want to work for an exchange because I feel like that's where you got to meet all of the different players and in the ecosystem, in the space, in the industry. I talked to a lot of different exchanges, and Huobi was going to do international expansion. So I was hired as chief of staff with Leon to build a global BD and partnership team, and then build a global markets team, and then managing the institutional business unit, and also listing, investment, all that different stuff.
So how was it different for you to shift from traditional finance to blockchain?
Yeah, it's really exciting, right? Market never closes. It's 24-hour, and you see different applications, and I think it's very exciting. I enjoyed it a lot.
And how did you start your own crypto fund? Can you tell more about this, about your new venture?
Yes, so C Square Ventures, we're a chain agnostic fund, and our thesis is just that we will do early stage investments with incubation strategies, and we'll grow with the founders and help them position them become sector leaders. Just that will be our team. We listed a lot of tokens, right? And we were helping them with their token design, tokenomics, and their marketing, community building, and with listing. So we accumulated a lot of operational expertise with token projects. So it naturally makes sense for us to do kind of an incubation plus investment. So still get to work with founders and travel a lot to different conferences and helping with ecosystem development. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most important when you can add value to your portfolio projects. And how big is your fund currently?
So we just started right in December, and we are raising 100 million, hard cap at 150, and pretty much done now. Yeah.
And have you made already some investments?
Yes, we've been investing warehouse deals, and already deployed about 10 million in the past 2 months. Yeah, we have some interesting portfolio companies. Worked with them a lot. Yeah.
And can you tell us something more about your portfolio projects?
Yeah. So Project Galaxy is kind of a competitor to Poet. It's a really interesting one, and Asian8 is a biggest Vietnam-based guild, also a launchpad for gaming companies. And we invest heavily into gaming too. We C Square Ventures and Gala Games. We did a 100 million joint gaming fund.
Oh,
so,
nice.
so we're investing with Gala for gaming. We did some gaming tooling, DAO management. Also, single games. We've been like really conservative. It just during bear market, I think it's going to be really hard for single games to really make it. But we invest also in guilds, like IndieGG, that's India YGG, like regional guilds. I really like them. Also like DAO tooling, engines, studios around gaming as well. For Avalanche ecosystem, we're investing. They haven't closed their round yet, so cannot be disclosed. but we made 2 investments into the recent Avalanche ecosystem project.
As well, gaming projects on Avalanche?
DAX and gaming too, yes.
And why are you so bullish on GameFi?
I think it can make the industry scale more to onboard more, Web2 gamers and scholars. And with Axie, we were early investor in Axie as well before.
Huobi?
Yeah, it was Huobi. And also we invested early in VegG as well. It's just very amazing to see how the scholar and player base increased so much, very dramatically. With Axie in March, they had like 200K, 20K users, but with I think with the help with the guilds, they were able to grow to like 2.5 million in December, so exploding, yeah. And also more in the entertainment space, like music, sports, more than just gaming actually.
And now a lot of people say that gaming on blockchain is still too early. It's not that user experience, and most of people play it because they just play to earn something, not because they enjoy the game. What do you think about this?
Well, it's definitely still early stage, but we're seeing a lot of the good games getting built. Now it's play and earn, not just to earn. Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of good AAA gaming studios coming into blockchain space. That's that's kind of Gala's mission too, to onboard really good games with quality, and be able to let the users really enjoy the game. At the same time, maybe more interactions with metaverse, and more than just play to earn. Right? But I think the play to earn model is really interesting too. It's actually life changing for some of the emerging countries.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And what do you think about NFTs?
NFTs? We invest in NFT analytics, data projects too, and I bought some NFTs too from 2021 actually, yeah, last year. Yeah.
Yeah, you have on your avatar NFT.
Yeah.
Can you tell more what collection is that?
Oh yeah, that was I think there was an artist did it. He did it for a lot of the like kind of crypto leaders in the industry. Yeah, I liked it too. It's nice, and I also bought some punks, apes too. Yeah.
Oh, so did you sell or do you still hold punks and apes?
I am still holding.
So you got your airdrop from the apes?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
What's your most expensive ape for now?
I don't know. I haven't checked recently. Yeah. Yeah.
And
but my profile photo is the punk, right? You saw that. Yeah. I put in a lot of emotional efforts, I think, for choosing the NFTs. I don't see them as investments, purely investments or tokens. I think it represents your characters too. Yeah.
And what was the lowest price when you bought your first ape NFT?
It was not very low. It was like March, I think, 2021. So it's yeah, it's already very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you expect that NFTs will explode that much?
I think the volume went down a lot. Right?
Now, yeah.
Yeah, on OpenSea. Yeah, but I think it's also a good bridge to the Web2 world too, right? For artists, for art collectors, but I would want to see projects to engage more with the NFT holders for incentives with holding their token, right? So for example, for gaming, they're only using a token to incentivize players for now, right? But maybe engage more NFT holders, node runners, developers in the ecosystem. I think it will work better. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you have any favorite altcoin picks currently?
What is the question?
Altcoin picks, do you have any recommendations? Which coins will grow? Which coins do you like? Where do you invest now on the public market?
Yeah, so we don't make investment advices. Yeah, but I do hold a lot of different coins. Yeah, like different ecosystem layer ones, and some of the top ecosystem projects token too.
And do you have any specific favorite ones, layer ones or layer twos, which you are bullish on?
I definitely love Avalanche a lot. To make it to the trip here in Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I work very closely with Polygon ecosystem, near ecosystem. Yeah, in Solana we made a few investments in Solana ecosystem projects too.
Yeah, that's nice. And do you invest in any DeFi projects as well?
Yes, we do. We do DeFi investments. Well, back at Huobi, we invest a lot of the DeFi projects, of course, and work closely with them for their launching. And now investing in different ecosystem DeFi projects too.
And while you were in Huobi, probably you had as well a lot of information data about both retail investments and institutional investments. So how do you see the development of both and especially institutional investments?
Yeah, so I was also the head of institutional business unit for about 2 years at Huobi. We see a lot of institutions coming to the market, and that's why we built a special business unit for it to have like mid office, back office support, API support, 24-hour, to give them the experiences that they would get from like traditional finance markets. And institutional trading volumes on Huobi was about like 10% in the beginning of 2019, and growing to 75% last May. Yeah, and for spot, and then like 80% for derivatives, 88 for like options. Yeah, so that's how much the customer structure changed, and we're very excited to see public listing companies like MicroStrategy, right? They're holding Bitcoin, getting into the market, family offices, traditional finance companies, hedge funds, all coming into the market. Yeah, and I think that's also the reason, it's kind of like a price support too, right? Yeah.
And when you decide where to invest, what are the most important factors for you?
One, first one, top one has to be the team. Yeah, it's always about the team, the founders, and we spend a lot of time doing due diligence on the team, talking to them, and build a relationship too, right? If we're investing to help them in the future. And we look at a lot of different stuff. It's kind of the same metrics that we're using when we're doing listing at Huobi. All of the research, looking at what ecosystem they're building on, doing technical due diligence, and also a lot of the legal checks too, compliance checks too.
And will you invest into an anonymous team or no?
No, not for fun. I have to be really responsible for our piece, right? Yeah.
And what, in your opinion, is needed for the mass adoption of crypto blockchain? What is needed for mass adoption?
Mass adoption. Yeah, so as the infrastructure is getting more ready, we're seeing good applications. But I think, so from the user experiences side, it needs to be very friendly and not like too complicated. And then also I would love to see multi-chain, cross-chain getting more developed, so that it's very easy for retailers to come into the market and not to be like having to do a lot of the withdrawals and trades from different chains to get into the market. Yeah.
And which crypto trends do you see for this year? Which crypto trends do you see for this year?
For this year?
Yeah.
Still very bullish on gaming, but not single games, but more like horizontal kind of deals. And also still very bullish on cross-chain, multi-chain.
So this type of companies are your priority for investing, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. And
yeah,
nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.